Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment.
Number 5.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Luka Doncic. ABC is out there with money, and it's ABC. Champ out there with D. Then there's Easy Breezy. Then there's Z, and it's Slim in at the 5. Well, we're clearly in the very early stages of the season. Clark, in your playing days, how important was it that your team got off to a good start?
Hey, look, you want to start well. There's no denying that. But it always isn't about wins and losses. It's about how you're playing early on and also what kind of chemistry and habits are you establishing for the long run.
Here's Z. Guarded by Doncic. To the paint. Fades. Shot's good by Champ.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's ABC. Pass to Doncic. To the inside. Here's ABC. Off with the layup. Here is Slim. Out to the wing. Lets it go from deep. Tries again. And it's good on the way in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Out to the right wing. Here's Easy Breezy. 9 points last game. Here's Champ. Count that one.
How about 3 or 4 up the floor to start? It's always a good sign.
Tomas, number 20.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play.
Number 29.
And yes, it's good.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Pass to Easy Breezy. Here's Z. Pass to Easy Breezy. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining.
Here we go, all alone. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
He hits the second from the line. Gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Z. Guarded by Doncic. Now the pass to Champ. Here's Z. No good with the triple.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Here's Z. 12 points his last outing. Shot's good by Champ.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to Chuncho. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Z. And a miss there on the triple. Gone 0 of 2 from deep here. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the first. Shoots a 3. Slim pulls it in. Slim's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pull up Jay. Z. Good.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Gone 2 of 6 from the field. Feeds to Doncic. And the layup falls. Doncic has got his second bucket.
Luka uses his body to create space and then finds the inside look.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Z. Shot's good by Champ. Champ's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. 12. Up by 2. And the second quarter about... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Junior's out there with Dragic. Then there's Doncic, and it's the Wizard, and it's money in at the center. Passes it to Champ. Puts up a deep 3. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Dragic the pass to Money. Here's Toby. And it's all evened up.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Pass to G. The pass to Big Red. This one for 3. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Washington. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now, for this home ball club, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
The captain's checked in for Z.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
G, no good. Doncic outside. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Champ, the pass to G. You know, Clark, I remember you had such a strong mid-range game when you were playing. Do you think it would have been hard to stretch your game out to 3, like a lot of guys are doing now?
You know what, Kevin? It's interesting. I was actually starting to try to add the three-point shot to my game way back in the mid-'80s as part of my development. So I don't think it's hard. It's a matter of putting the work in. And shooting is one of those skills in the game that can really be refined with good mechanics and just volume of work.
Here's the break. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Over to the left wing. Here's Big Red. He's guarded by Dragic. 6 to shoot. Here's Big Red. Good on the triple. Big Red's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Tipped away. To the left wing. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Easy breezes checked in for the captain. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season.
You know, after that solid performance last year, there will be a lot of high expectations this year. And nothing stays exactly the same for a team from year to year. There are a lot of dynamics involved, particularly shooting percentage.
Well, that's the vision you get with Dragic. His teammates have to love playing with him.
Big Red passes to G. Puts it up from 12. Out left to the wing. The three. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Hands it from downtown.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And that one's good. Big Red. Big Red's got 5 now.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Teardrop shot. Big Red grabs the miss. Here's Easy Breezy. Champ gets the jumper from a quarter to fall. He's got 13.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
And we've reached halftime in this one.
With the score,
Up 9. Time now for the halftime break. With the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
fans, please give a big round of applause for your youth dance squad.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Taking a look at this home squad. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
They're running some great offense right now, working the ball in good spots, taking what the defense gives them, now forcing them shots. We'll see if they can maintain that discipline in the second half.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the rim. They wouldn't put a hand up, as my man used to say, hand down, man down. Oh, you got to get him some help. That pretty much covers everything. Shot. You think they played their best?
No way, no way.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
From the field, 44%, not bad. Champ out there with Slim. Then there's Z, then there's Big Red, and it's Easy Breezy in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Doncic, very comfortable down low.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Slim passes to Champ. And Slim picks up the foul.
Number 20.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
Here's Money. Nothing on the board. Stolen. Champ, the pass to Big Red. It's deflected. And here comes the break. Pass to Chanshaw. From outside, off the mark. And so far, very efficient all around, about 55%. Here's Z. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Passes to Chanshaw. Kicks it to Doncic. From deep three-point territory. Slim pulls it in. Slim's got 8 rebounds in this game. Z, the pass to Slim. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Takes it inside. Here's Chanchar. Good on the three-point shot. Chanchar's got his second basket of the night.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Here's Champ. They get the rebound.
Away team foul. Number 32. First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for two, number 20.
And the first one at the line is good, so both teams making some changes here. And he makes both free throws.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
2 minutes.
Poked away, and here's the fast break. The finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
And now a moment to see the stats for Doncic. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 32 points a game last year, 8 assists and 8 rebounds. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
To the middle.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Pass to the captain. Off target with his three.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's the franchise, and he comes up with the deuce. The franchise has got his first bucket of the night.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
30 seconds left in the third. Nikolic. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Here's Z. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And the pass to Chanchar. Puts up a three. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. They lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got the Wizard. Dragic is out there with Junior. Then there's Doncic. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
from inside. Slam. Good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Dragic left side, and down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Here is Slim. He gets that one.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team. Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Champs check in for the franchise. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Slim passes to Z. Here's Champ. Pulls it up. And Toby pulls it down.
2 minutes remaining.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Down low. Slim. Good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Pass to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, Doncic from way outside.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Slim.
A no-brainer choice here. I mean, given how incredible he's played, just decimated the defense and did whatever he wanted to. No doubt in anybody's mind that this award was going to him.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. See the pass to Champ. Over to the wing. Here's D. Passes it to Slim. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Violation. That's a jump ball.
Two on the clock. Champ the pass to D. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. 1:03 left in the 4th quarter. The 3 for Doncic. It's not going to go for him. It's his 6th miss. He's 5 for 11. Gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Pass to Champ from deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
There's the pass to Z. Here's D. Launches it. No good on that one.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And that one's good. Here's Money. Puts up a deep three. It's off. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, it never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.